Hello, my name is Derelyne Raval. Working in collaboration with Professor Shawn Bailey and fellow student Tangan Bold, the project entitled Kahnowiiyaa, meaning everyone, rooted itself in the dissection of Jesse Thistle's definition of Indigenous homelessness. Thistle illustrates that home goes far beyond the walls we construct, especially when considering Indigenous homelessness. Sense of home comes from connections to people, nature, and language, which all makes up one's identity. This was followed by an analysis of a site in northwestern Ontario intended to be the home for a community of people experiencing homelessness. Unbeknownst to us, the project would evolve into a meaningful inquiry into the intricacies of existence and relationship. A series of thresholds inspired by Indigenous ways of knowing and the Ojibwe language devised by Professor Shawn Bailey and Honor Black were studied and further developed. These 5 thresholds, Kahnowiiyaa, Endoten, Bawajikan, Meshkwad, and Negatoon, redefine the structure of current architectural practice, inspiring a sincere way of approaching the design process aimed at ridding the human ego in favor of interpreting design as ceremony. We developed these thresholds further while simultaneously working within them. With Kahnowiiyaa, which means it takes place, happens in a certain place, we studied the technicalities and spirit of sight, considering all the life forms and natural processes that exist on the land. For Endoten, which means listen for it, wait to hear it, we became inspired by what we found on the land and transformed our findings into teachings as a means of moving forward. With Bawajikan, which means a dream, a vision, we dreamt in 2 spatial planning configurations, devising a phased process where essential buildings are considered first and the architecture develops over time in response to the needs and wants of the community. Within Meshkwad, which means intern and exchange, we considered the notion of reciprocity and what architecture can give back to nature and society. And for Negatoon, which means make it show, reveal it, tell a good story, we considered the overall story of our work and what we can give back to the world of academia and architectural practice. Our project considers the political and social aspects of design. Designers need to take on the role of spatial agents, navigating the realms of spatial creation, organization, and destruction by considering who we are working with and designing for, and the areas outside of design we inevitably affect. The responsibility of the architect doesn't end at the boundary of a site. It makes its way into the relationships and memories that are made in a place. Architecture is a direct reflection of society's values and capacity to care for one another, and therefore we must consider this in our approaches and methods. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech.